Hello and welcome to the Ultimate Destruction for Games workshop. My name is Grayson. I've been a technical artist at Naughty Dog for the last 4 years, and this is my second course with DoubleJump. I'm really excited to be sharing all the knowledge that I've picked up over the last year with you guys, and I really appreciate your support and helping me create this. There was overwhelming amount of positive feedback on my first course, so I'm really excited to be back and doing a second one. We're going to cover everything you need to know about destruction, right? We're going to start off week one with how to set up the logic behind creating a gun. I'm going to go ahead and turn my camera off. I just wanted to quickly say hello so you guys know what my face looks like maybe. Um, yeah, cool. And let's go ahead and take a look at what we're going to be doing. So we got a test level here. I have this gun you can pick up. You can shoot it. We've got some destruction going on. We've got a bouncy projectile, which shouldn't be bouncing, but we're going to fix all this weird jank stuff when we actually create it ourselves. I just wanted to quickly give you guys a demo of, what you can kind of expect to be having after this first week, right? I'll show a few fun videos as well while we're at it. So here we've got just some casual chaos over a large bunch of physics bodies here, explosions, stuff flying around, debris, destruction, of course, little graphics card, performance overlay down here for fun. This is the gun that I have modeled and rigged and animated for the course. I'll be giving you guys this asset to use. And the reason we're going to be starting with setting up a gun is because we're actually going to be using it for a lot of our testing throughout the course, right? So when we're testing out our destructible objects, it's just nice to have something you can shoot them with, obviously, and we want it to be fun. We don't need to just use the default guns that they give us, but I'd rather have something more exciting. And if you guys have your own stuff like a minigun or a crossbow that you've set up, this is going to be how you can go ahead and create all the gun logic for yourselves. Also, creating this gun is going to give us a nice soft introduction into blueprints. There's going to be a good bit of blueprinting throughout this workshop. We're going to start off slow with it, and by the end of it, you should have a really strong understanding of like how to navigate blueprints. I'll say I was definitely scared of blueprints for a while. Even as a Houdini user with node-based systems, blueprints kind of seemed abstract. So I'll be really excited to share with you guys how to use them, navigate the world of blueprints. Basically, it's a really important skill both as a technical artist, but also as an effects artist or a destruction artist. Or it's just a good thing to know, even for environment. Really, it's such a powerful part of Unreal Engine. So let's go ahead and dive right into week one. We're just going to be setting up and getting our gun into game, right? We're not going to do any of the logic for it, but I just want us to have this asset. So it's going to be a nice and easy start here. Let's start off by creating a new project. We're going to do as much as we can from scratch. Yeah, and I also had actually done, well, I'll talk about that in a second after we create our project here. So let's go under games. We'll go to first person here. And the new thing in 5.6 has been this variant type here. At least I think. I started this all in 5.4 a while ago. So there was a lot of new stuff I had to pick up before actually recording. But we're going to set it to arena shooter. And this is going to give us some default gun blueprints and logic to work off of so that we don't have to make the whole system from scratch, because that would be pretty painful and definitely overkill as a destruction artist. Or yeah, why not? Why do that? I'm going to name it DJ for double jump, rocket launcher, week one. And of course, I think I'll be sharing this project file with you. And longer than 20K. All right, fine. Go ahead and create it. Yeah, so as I was saying, I had done a lot of work, actually all of the work in 5.4 when I started this course and just recently updated. So there was a bit of relearning I had to do with the way they set up the gun systems now. That's all been reworked. And it's really interesting what they've done, so I'll go ahead and be sharing the differences as well. But to start off, this is what we get, right? This is the default UE 5.6 viewport. We can see we have this variant shooter option here, which we set up in the beginning. If we go inside of it, there is level arena shooter here, right? And this is really cool. What they've done here is just set up a good way of just showcasing all the new gun logic that they've added. So if we just go ahead and hit play, we're going to spawn at one of these random positions here, and we can just kind of start having fun, right? We can pick up a pistol, shoot these AI dudes. They're going to collapse and fall over. Pretty cool ragdoll system. You can see these are projectiles that are coming to the wall and wiggling before falling off. So it's really cool what they've done here. All this basic starter content interacts with physics. We can swap to their grenade launcher, a lot more powerful. But if I'm being honest, it's not going to be as cool as the one we're going to set up, right? So they've got a grenade launcher, a pistol, and then they also have this machine gun here, or a rifle. You just hold to auto fire it. Interacts with physics objects. Very cool, very fun. So we're going to go ahead and get our gun set up to do all of this cool stuff, and of course, a whole lot more. And again, this is going to be a nice light start. This is going to be just how do we get the gun into the game. So let's go to content here, and it creates a weapons folder which has its default weapons in it. I'm going to go ahead and make this red just so that I can find it easier, because I feel like I do a lot of back and forth when I'm setting this up. Go into weapons. Let's create a new folder and call it rocket launcher. Minor typo. Cool. Inside of it, I will be providing this content, of course, for you guys to use. We have the rocket gun FBX and the materials as well. We'll just select it all, drag it in. There's going to be a couple of errors because I haven't deleted the U assets, but I'll do that for you guys before sending it on over. Nothing to worry about. And most of this is default settings. I don't think there's too much we need to change other than the uniform scale needs to be 10 because I modeled this in Maya, so it was 1/10 of the scale. Otherwise, it's good that this is empty. It's going to create or use the skeleton that I had set up for the FBX. Import skeletal meshes is important to have on. Yeah, we'll say this is good. This is all the default settings. It is going to give me this prompt, which I don't know why it's asking me this, but I'm just going to click yes. Okay. So if we go ahead and drag in one of these, maybe our skeletal mesh, we can see it is to scale. Looks like a good size. We also have our ammo here. And we have 3 material slots down here for small, large, and rocket textures, which I have set up. And we're going to go ahead and link up those materials now. So we created this materials folder here on import. And what we're going to do is double click on the roughness and metallic of each of these because we need to set these up to be raw materials rather than sRGB. So I'm just opening all of them real quick. We don't need to worry about height. I don't think I actually use that texture. Yeah. Let me just make sure my screen actually has everything. There you guys go. It should be a little bit better so you can see all the parameters and stuff. Sorry about that. Okay, so we're just going to go through all of these and disable sRGB so that these actually read as the correct values and are reflected correctly on our material. So you should have 6 textures you disable sRGB on for the metallic and roughness. This is a default standard material import workflow. Also just going through and saving all of these. Cool. There we go. All right, now let's go ahead and create our materials. Or augment the existing materials here. We have parts large, small, and rocket 2. I don't know why it's called that. Rocket. Sure. And these probably should all have M in as the prefix, M underscore, so we know it's a material. Just stay organized. Okay, and these are opened up here. And what we're gonna do is, I'm just gonna close all these textures because we don't need them now. Keep our workspace clean. And we can just go ahead and delete all this starter stuff that the materials made on import, because we're just gonna drag into existing textures I've made. So we have this big underscore, the launcher rework prefix, and the small prefix. It's not the best naming convention, but it gets the job done. And we can just go ahead and correlate the parts large is for the big one. And we'll just drag and drop this stuff in. So this is the base color. You can see down here. Just drag the RGB into base color. We don't need the emissive, so I'll delete it. I'm not going to use the height. You guys can mess around with it and we'll position offset if you'd like. Could be cool, but I didn't like the way it looked. We have metallic. We have normals and roughness. And if I save it, you can see already getting some nice looks here. Cool. Small parts is going to be this small prefix here. Drag it in. Whoopsies. There we go. And let's set it up. So roughness to roughness. Base color, normal to normal. Delete the emissive because we don't need it. I'm not going to use height for now. And metallic. Save it. Let's do the rocket one. This is just going to be the launcher rework prefix here. It's called this because originally I had actually had a casing around our rockets here. But I decided it looked way cooler without the casing, and rather it should just have the rockets exposed because it's kind of unique, and I think it's a pretty fun take on your like generic grenade launcher that you might expect to see. So metallic, normal, base color, roughness, sick. There we go. Okay. We got it all working here. Yeah, this will be a good stopping point for the first episode. Nice and simple, but I will also showcase just what we're going to be getting into in the next episode, right? So here's the animation that I had created for it. I will also show you the rig first off, so you can see. In case you have your own gun that you want to use, you can see, oh my gosh, I'm flying so fast. You can see what I had done in Maya or whatever software you're using, Blender, or Max, or Houdini even. So if I click edit skeleton, we can see the bones I have here, right? So we have our main bones. We have one for each projectile, one for where the hand should be placed up here. Yeah, nothing too crazy. Trigger, and then all of that is being animated here. And what we're going to do in the next episode is there are 6 shots. So we need to actually split our animation out into 6 different parts, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that we can, in Blueprint, whenever the player fires, play through one part of the animation, right? So first click, play the first 20 frames, second click, play the next 20 frames, so on and so forth. So yeah, that's what we're going to be doing in the next episode, and I'll see y'all there.